If you're thinking about signing up for cheap medical assistant classes, I need you to stop right now. Now, because people want to avoid that 2-year college route, they turn to these local online medical assistant classes. These classes might promise you the world, but often end up falling short in preparing you for the actual career. So people consistently ask me about random medical assistant training programs that they found online. They'll send me links and say, Corey, what do you think about this one? And it's almost every time I look into these programs and I find the same glaring problems. Problems that would prevent me from ever recommending them to someone who's actually serious about this career. So today I thought I'd break down these problems I see with most of these local medical assistant classes and these online programs. That way, the next time you come across some program that looks appealing, you'll know exactly what red flags to look out for. If you're new here, I'm Corey. I've been working as a certified medical assistant for over 10 years now. Let's dive into these problems. So let's talk about problem number 1. They don't prepare you for certification. When I'm reviewing resumes for entry-level positions, the first thing that I look for is a CCMA certification. And according to industry surveys, over 70% of employers require these for their medical assistants. How you get a certification? Organizations like the NHA conduct a standardized exam. When you pass, you earn the CCMA certification. That tells employers that you've been tested and you've been validated by the industry's leading authority. Now, here's a huge misconception. Most people think completing a training program means that they're certified. Wrong. You're only certified after you pass that national exam. The problem with most of these cheap classes is that their curriculum is outdated and it's often not accredited. I've talked to people who spent months in these programs only to discover that they weren't even prepared for the certification exam. Some weren't even eligible to take the certification exam. Since most beginners don't understand what certification really means, they overlook whether the curriculum is aligned with the exam requirements. So the next time that you're looking at a program, make sure that it specifically prepares you for the CCMA certification exam. Problem number 2, no university credentials. Apart from the certification, one of the key things that I look for when I'm hiring these entry-level medical assistants is where they got their training from. These local and online programs are run by for-profit organizations, and honestly, they don't carry much weight with any of these employers. I see certificates from companies that I've never even heard of, and it typically doesn't build confidence in the candidate. Now, on the flip side, when I see a university certificate on a resume, that immediately builds trust. It signals that someone received a quality education with a respected institution. This is a major drawback with most online and local medical assistant classes. You don't get a university certificate for your training. Now, here's where it gets even more serious. Some of these organizations are not even accredited. That means that your medical assistant training comes from an unaccredited source, which will always raise red flags in the eyes of any employers. You absolutely do not want that on your resume. So the next time that you're looking at a program, make sure that it comes with training through an accredited source. Problem number 3, there's no pathway to the clinical experience. So after completing your training, it's always highly recommended that you have some kind of clinical experience. Whether it's not always mandatory, it definitely helps you stand out as an entry-level medical assistant. And the best ways to get this experience are through an externship opportunity, where you actually work in a healthcare facility for a few weeks, or through job assistance services where organizations can help you connect with facilities that are actively hiring medical assistants. What I hate about these cheap online and local programs is that they completely abandon you when you're finished with the training. There's zero support. There's no transition relationship into a job. You're left wondering, okay, I completed the training and now what? And you're completely on your own trying to figure out how to get hired. So make sure any program that you choose does offer some kind of pathway after your training, whether that's helping you gain clinical experience or assisting you with job placement. So the next time you're looking at a training program, watch out for these 3 problems. Don't let a cheap price tag fool you into choosing a program that won't actually prepare you for success. Now I know what you're thinking. Corey, this is helpful, but can you just tell me what program that you actually recommend? Yes, I can do that for you. The program that I personally recommend is called Preppy. I recommend Preppy because it solves every single problem that I just mentioned. You get a university certificate for your training. You're prepared for the CCMA certification exam. And there is a very clear pathway for clinical experience through either an externship or job assistance services. The best part is it's 100% online and self-paced. So you can complete the training in as little as 4 months for under $2,000. Now, I recently made a detailed video where I do give you a step-by-step blueprint on how to become a medical assistant. In that video, I break down the different training options from college programs to online programs. I share the critical requirements that you need to meet as an entry-level medical assistant. And I explain everything about Preppy and how you can get started today. So if you're serious about getting your medical assistant training, you need to watch that video. It's linked right below, down in the description. You'll get all your questions answered and you'll learn exactly why I recommend Preppy over every other option out there. All right, that's all I have for today. If this video helped you understand what to avoid when choosing a medical assistant program, hit that like button and subscribe for more honest insights about this career. This is Corey, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.